Hi, my name is Matt. I'm the creator of this Facebook site you're looking at, Say No to Avalon Bay Huntington Station. I thought it might be a nice idea for those who visit this site to see exactly what the folks at Avalon Bay have in mind when they refer to this as transit-oriented development, because they plan on putting a walking path from the edge of the property, which is just a half a mile from the Huntington train station, to the property itself, and expect people to walk to the train. I'm actually sitting on my bicycle because it's a little too long to walk it at the very edge of the property. And just to give you a couple of reference points, we're looking at the relatively new baseball diamond. This is in Manor Park. There is a plumbing supply house across the street across from the train called Blackman. You may see that in the background. These light towers you see are approximately the same height, 45, 46 feet approximately, that some of the buildings, 9 of the buildings that are proposed, called the Crescent, so you can get an idea how tall these buildings are going to look over the baseball field, because they will be as tall as the lights. As I pan around, we're looking again at Manor Park here. That's the brand new artificial turf field right there. And just a little south of that is the Family Service League, where they dispense food and other aid to local residents in need. So we're going to take a little tour on my bicycle and show you the sights along the way, and maybe show you what people who walk from Avalon Bay to the Huntington train station might see along their route. So let's go. Again, this is the very edge of the Avalon property right here. Somewhere along here, according to the site plan, would be the entrance to this Manor Park property. Directly in front of me is the New York State Armory. It's slated to be turned over to the town of Huntington this summer. The building is in need of asbestos abatement and probably some other upgrade. Here's an open field directly across from the Eagle Rock Apartments, and General Services is on the other side of East 5th. Here we have Community Food Council, run by the Family Service League. And now we're coming into the playground of Manor Park. I'm going to take a similar route proposed by Avalon Bay. Since we can't go across the turf field, we'll have to go through the playground. Again, there's the turf field to my right. And now I'm biking past the old baseball diamond, and again, lighting around 45 feet in height, approximately the same height as 9 of the 26 buildings proposed for the development, so you can kind of get an idea of how big they're going to look surrounding this park. There's a little industrial area there, which of course we can't put a path through because that's all private. And I'm biking across the back of the baseball diamond. We're going to come to a little section in the fence where people can walk in from East 2nd Street, part of the proposed route. And we're now behind Hart Bus. Just a little curve there we had to go over. Okay, so now we're on East 2nd Street. This is an industrial park. 4-way pallet is right there. Anybody who's interested, they always have free firewood right there. And this is the Huntington Commons Industrial Park. which terminates at the end of East 2nd Street. So the walking path will come from that little hole in the fence, continue along this sidewalk, and in front of the Hart bus station. Again, I'm here on East 2nd Street, probably now about a quarter of a mile from the train station proper. And there's some more industrial areas on the right-hand side, with Hart bus on the left-hand side. And now we come to the corner of East 2nd Street and Lenox Road. We have to make a right on Lenox Road to reach the back of the train station. I might point out that is where the sidewalk ends. So from here forward, there is no sidewalk on either side of the street. And you could see some of the homes along East 2nd. This house was boarded up for the longest time. Someone just bought it. Still has graffiti on it, right there. There's a garage kind of spewing its guts right there. We have a couple of other industrial uses here on Lenox Road, collision repair and a few other things. And directly in front of me is the south parking garage. This road is extremely busy when the trains let out, because there are hundreds of cars that park in this lot, and many of them use Lenox Road as their escape route. Well, here we have the entrance to the platform. I'm not going to bike up it, but you could see that's where one would have to walk just to get to the platform and possibly the very last train, except if you're going into the city you have to really cross over to the other side. Since this is platform B, most of the trains to New York leave from platform A. So while this might be the closest one would walk, you still have a bit more to go if you actually want to get to the other side. So we're going to bike through the parking garage as far as the train station proper. And of course, normally you would walk up those stairs and walk down the platform. But this is the same distance, so I'll just give you the view from the parking garage. Speaking of the parking garage, this garage was built in the mid-1980s, and already the concrete is starting to disintegrate. As you can see, they're attempting to do some repairs on it. There's another parking garage on the north side, which is much newer, and it too has some concrete problems that are now being addressed with federal stimulus funds. But this parking garage does hold quite a few cars. Here we're now out of the parking garage and riding alongside the south side of the tracks, and we're almost up to the train station itself. There are two other staircases across the tracks, and this one being the last right in front of us. My odometer, for what it's worth, tells me that the route I just showed you to this point is approximately 0.6 of 1 mile. So anybody that plans on walking this, they should be prepared. It's more than a half a mile walk. It doesn't really fall in what I would call a transit-oriented district, but that's what they call it. And over there is Route 110 and the pedestrian bridge across the Route 110 New York Avenue bridge to parking lot number 25. And there you have it, folks. That's the walking path to Huntington train station from the proposed Avalon Bay site from my recumbent bicycle. Hope it was informative to you. Thanks.